if I talk about all those things, like I said earlier as well, that
Afternoon, Raj. How are you
good
doing?
afternoon. I'm doing great. Thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. So, yeah, Raj, I have a question for you. I was also wondering if we have to say "How are you" to somebody in a different manner, how can you say it? Just try sentences.
How are you?
Yeah. So there's one. Then, if you want to ask again, like in some other manner, how will you ask "How are you" in a different manner?
Okay. So maybe in different, I mean, different scenario to some of my friends. Hey, how are you?
Okay. What else?
And
Try it out. Try it out.
give me
Because
the
even I was
situation.
wondering.
You
Okay.
you
No.
may give me some situation.
So basically, how are you is always used when we are meeting each other, right? When we are
Yeah.
meeting anybody in any time of the day. So how are you? If you are meeting in the evening, you can also say that how was your day gone so far? So you just change the sentence. In,
Okay. You are asking about the changing the sentence.
yes, the variations of the sentences. So how would you
Okay.
say in a different manner?
Oh, how how are you doing?
How are you
And
doing?
what are you up to?
What are you up to? Great. Come up with more.
And how do you do?
How do you do? That's a very good way to say.
And yeah, these are that I can think of right now.
How have you been?
Yeah, how have you been?
What's up? If you're meeting your friends, what's up? Right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
something very informal. That's not very formal way to say, but
But
that's
when in the first, I mean the when you asked this question first time, I thought you were asking to about modulation.
no, okay, no, not the modulation, the variation of the sentences. That
Yeah,
means how can you change the sentence? Because see, what is happening, Raj? We are using the same sentences every time. Okay, so
yeah,
you
right.
and me are meeting mostly every week. What we do, we start the session by saying, "How are you?" And it's just the common thing which we are saying every time. How
Yeah,
can it
right.
be changed? That something is very important, and also it gives you like more knowledge that how can you say the same thing in a different manner.
Yeah, right.
Right? The simple sentences which can have a lot of variations. How is it going, Raj? How is it going?
Yeah, how is it going?
Right? So we can try saying the sentences in a different manner as well. Okay, great. That's it. That's what I wanted to ask because I just had a conversation with the other learner, and I thought why not ask you the same thing because we were
Yeah,
coming up with a lot of more sentences, and
right.
yeah, this is something which was interesting to share with you as well. Okay, so let's go ahead with another topic. Before that, you do you have any questions for me? I want to ask it initially today. Do you have any questions to
No,
discuss?
I do not have any question in particular.
In particular, you don't have. Okay, great. Okay, so tell me about what do you think about social media and its influence?
Okay. Uh, Social media is really important in the given scenario, in the given situation, current situation. It's like it is the need of art, and we cannot survive without it. So the way we are getting the kind of information we get and the kind of job that has been spread because of this platform, so many people are doing their online job. So it has become a need of the hour. And at the same time, of course, it has cons as well. But if we look at the side of the pros, that is much bigger than the cons. And to say that everything, no matter what we take, comes with pros and cons.
Hmm.
So it depends all upon the usage and the person itself, that how can I use and how can people use it. So if they are looking at the brighter side, it would always give some benefit, add some value to us. And in that
Right.
way, I think social media is good.
Mhm. Okay, it is definitely good in its own way. How it
Yeah.
how it is leaving an impact on you?
If I talk about social media's impact on me, the first thing I would like to add is the app that I'm using right now, and because of which I have improved so much. If I think about improving my English without such app, I think I would have not been able to improve because I used to think that I am good enough.
Right.
I need to work only on vocabulary, and I did not have anyone to talk with, so I would have never got that kind of situation in my life, and I would have never felt that urge to work on my English, my spoken ability. Or
Okay.
even if I would have felt, maybe I would have been teaching at local level the way I used to teach earlier as well.
Right.
So that is the one impact that I can share with you here. Apart from that, I hardly use the other apps. For example, Facebook, Insta. I am highly inactive on all those platforms. So
Platforms, right.
that does not create any impact on me in that.
So how much time of your day you spend on social media and what type of content you are consuming which is really helping you? Definitely you said about this app what you're using right now at present what you are spending time on. What other means of social media is there which you are using and which is leaving an impact on your, I would say that it's upskilling you in some or the other manner.
So apart from this app, I have been using only YouTube and uh, not others. Like sometimes once in a week or once in 2 or 3 days, like Facebook or Insta, I just check the messages if I have any new message there. Otherwise, even on WhatsApp, I hardly use. It's just like if somebody calls me that okay, I have texted you, you have to reply me back. Then
Okay.
I go to check, or if I can check, like I said, once in a day. So if I check at the night, it is okay. Otherwise, somebody, if they have shared me something urgent, they definitely call me. That
Okay.
kind of uses I have or habit I have made as far as using WhatsApp is concerned. So apart from this app, the YouTube, and generally I'm looking forward to only watching English content. So all the time that I'm giving to this platform that is related to my upskilling of my language skill.
Of your language skills. Okay, so that's the major time you spend your time on. That's YouTube or any other websites where you go and use research about your English spoken language, right? And
Yeah.
do you think the influencers which are there on YouTube or Instagram or any other sites, okay? So what do you think that is actually right to follow them step to step or believe in them completely? Do you think that is a correct way of leading your life? Because it's definitely the influencers who are there on the social media platforms, they're influencing somewhere or the other, right or wrong, whatever it is. Of course, it cannot be tagged as right or wrong. They are creating a certain content and it's their work. But do you think it's leaving an impact on the youth and also the upcoming generation?
If I talk about their impact on me, it is null for sure. But if I talk in general, of course, there is a huge impact, especially on the youth. And it sometimes it feels like the kids or the teenager, they need to be guided in such a manner that they use these platforms for their betterment instead
Betterment,
of
yeah.
using it generally for
Correct.
any purpose. I mean, if they are doing that, it will cause some harm to them in longer run. They might not be able to understand the effect of that, but it will backfire them in future for sure. And as far as the main question is concerned, whether we should be, uh, I mean, whether we should get
Influence.
influenced by them or not. If I talk about that, then I don't think so. I mean, we should never get influenced by anyone. It depends
Right.
on us that how we use ourselves or what do we want to do. If we want to do certain things, we can look up to some of the people who have done great in that field,
In
and
that.
that is the only way we should be influenced. Otherwise, we do not look up to anything else. That is what my perspective is, my viewpoint.
Okay, great. Good. It's a good input from your side. But yes, the people nowadays are definitely blindly following whatever is there, and also trying to put that or inculcate that those things in their life. And then sometimes it's good, sometimes it does harm them somewhere mentally. Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
yeah, yeah. So that's the kind of influence we are living in. Do you think, Raj, if we go like 15 years back in time, do you think those years was good, like to absorb the information because it was only newspapers or TV channels or radio or you can say books. So these were the things where we were getting our information from. So do you think that time was better, or if you have to compare it with the today's era, do you think this is better?
Again, I would like to say the same thing, that it depends upon the person, and it differs from person to person. How do they feel? How do they use certain benefits that is available to them, either in uh, either in for the either in a way that is beneficial for them, or maybe in another way for just for the sake of enjoyment or anything else, which can backfire in future as well. But the effect would not be seen in present, would not be felt in presence. So if I talk about all those things, like I said earlier as well, that everything has its plus or negative or positive point. It all
Yeah,
depends on us to follow the positive one. So
right.
if I go back to 15 years ago, of course life was easier and it was nice, but in the context that you are asking me the question, I cannot negate the effects of the social media and the development of whatever technology we have gotten. So if we think in that manner, of course, we have developed so much, and we need to take the benefits of that, and we need to utilize all the advancement of technology in better.
In a better way. Great answer from your side, I would say. But did you ever wish, like in today, like today's day, did you ever wish? I would have had this technology in my hand 15 years back. It would have made a difference. So do you
Yeah,
think
of
about
course,
this?
I
And which
do feel that
technology
way.
are we talking
And for
about?
example, I would like to say that I wish I could have gotten this opportunity. Maybe I purchased my first smartphone in 2018. So I
Okay.
think that if I had purchased it in 2008, maybe, or if I had gotten the knowledge that I am getting from YouTube this today, if I have gotten all this at that point of time, my life would have been different.
Different, right?
So
Because of the
yeah,
knowledge you would have gained from YouTube and everywhere.
you're right.
Okay. So where you used to, like you said 2018 you got your first smartphone, right? So 2018, right?
Right.
That was quite recent, Raj. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So okay. So before that, which phone were you using?
The Nokia one, Nokia
Okay.
320 maybe.
Okay. But you had the access to Google and everything?
Yeah, I had, I mean, if I talk about my experience of using internet, I have been using, I had started using it in 2010 or 11.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's how you got all your information from, and then today what you have learned is after 2018 in a broader way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually quite insightful as well, because because we were staying in an era where there was smartphones and you were keeping yourself away. And what's the reason that why you kept yourself away?
Not a specific reason. It's just that I feel that it is sometimes it is useless.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe
I agree with you.
uh,
I completely agree with you because this is not done not so much good also to everybody. If like, but if yes, how you said that if you use it for your betterment, then it's definitely a good way.
I mean, of course, like if I can use it for in such a group that is spreading some news that is related to my goal and all, then of course it is usable. That is the only positive that I can think of right now. But
Okay.
I never go to that extent. I mean, whatever I'm doing with myself, I'm busy in that. And if I think about using Facebook or Insta, then I hardly think of any positive things. Maybe just sharing some messages. or sometimes if I am curious to know something which I'm unable to figure out, find out from somewhere else, then I can share the message, and for that purpose I have been doing that as well. So yeah, that
Okay.
is the only thing. That is
Fine,
the
that's
reason.
great. That's actually a good thing to do as well. You have kept yourself aware. You use it only for a limited time or for a purpose, especially the social media sites like Instagram and Facebook. So that keeps you, that also consumes a lot of your time as well. The important time which you can spend somewhere else of doing something else.
Yeah.
Correct? Right. So how do you prioritize? Just the last question. How do you prioritize your day? Like, your things which you have to finish in your day.
uh, the main focus is on improving my speaking skill or the other skills of English. So I do divide my time on all modules, and I spend my time practicing on all of those things. And
Okay.
recently, I have been thinking more about intonation, because this is the thing that I have been getting, or sometimes I do feel that I get stuck. Even today, I get stuck so many times. I keep looking for words and all that. So I'm trying to eradicate that as soon as possible, or minimize that as much as possible. So I'm focused on all these things only.
Okay, great, great. And you do everything in your self practice, like you keep doing it yourself, keep doing the research and working on it, right?
Yeah, right.
That's
For
good. So that
example, like yesterday, you were asking some collective nouns question, and I
yes,
had told you
yes,
that yes, I do have a collection as well. I couldn't go through that, but of course, when I came to know school and shoal, the group of fish can be called school and shoal. I
sure.
thought that why there are two uh, words there, and then I searched that, and I got to know that if the fish are of uh,
Group.
same group or same age or same, I mean, I forgot the word again.
Yeah, the size and everything, like
Same species. If the
species.
group, if the fish are from same species, they are called school. And if they are in different, but in a group, uh, then they are called shoal, shoal of fish.
Sure. Yes, right, correct, correct. So that's something which you go deeper into when you start researching, and it's fun to do
Yeah,
it because you're not aware about everything, right? So yes, it's a good way to start it. And we could not discuss much about collective nouns, that as I told you, but I wanted to discuss a few topics which I always think of. Okay,
yeah, of
so
course.
yeah, yeah. So let's connect
And
again.
yeah, of course, I wanted to ask you one more thing, that whenever we meet again, maybe I would like to get some insight from your side on storytelling, some tips.
Sure, definitely. I would love to share that with you.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Raj. Have a good day.
yeah, same.